Everyone. Welcome to the Israeli desert. We just read the Parsha of Yitro, which is when we receive the Torah. And there's an interesting commentary. Why was the Torah given in the desert? And just being here, you may be able to know already intuitively that just like the desert looks expansive and endless, so too is our neshama, is our spirit and soul, infinite and seemingly endless. And that's what the translation of God, or Ein Sof, really means, is the light without end. And the desert reminds us that we are just connected beyond limitation. So this meditation will be a centering practice to tap into that expansion and bring us a sense of clarity and focus so that we can enter our day with mindfulness and with more clear direction. So begin by finding a comfortable spot. You can sit nicely with the soles of the feet on the earth. You can lay down. You can have pillows and just get comfortable and gently close the eyes as a way to heighten the sensitivities and the sensations. Noticing what is going on within your inner world today. And being aware of the thoughts as they float by in the mind. And often these thoughts cloud our sense of clarity and darken our awareness like clouds. And if our awareness is seated on the level of clouds, then any thought that comes has so much pull and so much impact on our consciousness and our state of well-being. So imagine yourself lifting up from that awareness of the clouds, your thoughts, and going even higher, as if you're ascending into the awareness of the sky, the blue, bright, expansive, open, endless sky. Float up to this space, and from the level of the sky you can gaze down at the clouds, at these thoughts as they come by, but they don't have the same pull of distraction because our awareness is so much more expansive. So if you have not yet reached the seat of the sky, imagine your soul starting to float out of the body up to the level of the crown of the head. So bringing awareness to the very tip of your crown. Any sensations up here as the crown is reaching up to the sky. Maybe there's a gentle sway, like a candle yearning for its source. Our neshama is yearning to go back up to the one above, our creator, the home of our soul. And from the level of the crown, imagine your neshama floating out of the body, above the crown, just hovering a few inches over the body. So from this level, you are gazing down at your body. And this disconnect allows you to just observe the body in its finite form, in its boundaries and limitations. And in the level of the body, everything is separate. You have one arm on the right, you have one arm on the left, one leg on the right side, one leg on the left side. This is the space of duality, distinction, and boundaries. But when we lift up to the level of the neshama that can actually separate from the body, this consciousness is one of unity and oneness, connected to the Ein Sof, the light of the Infinite One that has no beginning and no end. And now the neshama is just resting above the head. Let it float even higher. If you're in a room or inside, let it float to the top of the ceiling where you are, just gazing down at the room from a bird's eye view, looking down at your body, observing the thoughts and sensations as a separate observer, as a separate witness. And now that the soul is the top of the ceiling, imagine it floats through the ceiling. If you're indoors, floating higher than your rooftop or building, gazing down at your dwelling, your abode from above the rooftop, and keep ascending the awareness higher now to the level of the clouds, gazing down at your whole neighborhood, your whole block, wherever you're seated now. And even higher, your soul begins to ascend above the level of the clouds, now into the infinite open sky. Up here is freedom, total openness, total unity. Watching the thoughts of the clouds float in and out of your consciousness, just like they are passerbys. From this level of the sky, each cloud is not you, does not define you. A joyous thought or a negative, difficult thought is merely a passerby floating in and out of your sphere. And this separation of soul and body is helpful, but is not the end goal. So let's bring the soul back, let it fly down from the sky through the clouds, descending to the rooftop and down through the ceiling, floating back down through your room, landing at the crown of the head, and feel the sensation as it arrives and reintegrates at the top, the tip of your head, coming down over the brain. Your neshama is now re-merging in the faculties of the mind. And then descending down over the mouth. The neshama lands now at the throat and floats over the shoulders, heart, top of the belly, low belly, through the hips, tops of the legs, shins, and landing even as low as the heels and soles of feet as they rest on this earth, this physical ground beneath us, rooting you deep within this spot. Feeling this unity of body and soul. And now, as you observe the thoughts come by, you still watch them go by as a witness with this higher knowledge that you are way beyond your body, yet your neshama chose to be housed in your body in this short lifetime, reconnecting with your sense of purpose and mission in this body that holds wisdom, godly energy, and so much life. Let's take 5 deep breaths, each breath going deeper and deeper into this unity consciousness, cementing and fusing together the wisdom of the body with the wisdom of the soul. Inhale through the nose, filling up with life. And exhale, relax. Witness the body settling down. 4 more breaths like this. And gently open your eyes. Bring palms together. You can end with a prayer to the Infinite One, to the Divine, and honoring the Divine within you. Thank you for practicing today.